Vancouver Island is home to over 36 farms raising llamas and alpacas. Lavinia Stevens is the president of the Vancouver Island Llama and Alpaca Club and the owner of Millstream Miniature Llamas, where she currently houses 22 of the delightful creatures.
When we originally started, the agreement with my husband was 12 llamas, so that was the marital agreement. So I'm well over that and still married.
Part of what Lavinia and her husband love about raising llamas is their quiet and gentle nature.
They hum if they're unhappy. Otherwise, they have an alarm call if something really frightens them. So they will all crowd together and alarm. And the male has kind of an ogling sound when he's breeding, but apart from that, there's, don't you do that? There's no, that's the thing my husband loves about them. We've got 22 llamas here, and you'd never know it.
Troy Dignam and partner Matt have a small collection of alpacas on their acreage in Soup. Although they may look similar, llamas and alpacas do have some key differences.
They were both created by the Incas well, pre-Incas, I guess, really. Llamas were created as a beast of burden so that they could use them for delivering goods from the Andes down to the coastline into the Amazon. But the alpacas were raised solely for their fleece. Well, primarily for their fleece. It's a lot finer, a lot softer, warmer. It's the premium fleece.
While most farmers raise llamas and alpacas for their woolly fiber, some use the animals in other ways.
I sell their poop, wonderful manure, and we sell it to landscapers and people all over.
The Incas had them or created them as a fiber source, but they were also a huge meat source. They're as a meat, they're one of the best meats around. It's very high protein, low fat. We have tried it. It was good, but we happened to one time be sitting in our dining room eating an alpaca chop that we got from somebody else, and as I looked out into the pasture, it's like, okay, this doesn't taste good anymore now that I'm seeing them.
These South American natives certainly aren't your typical farm animal. So why do farmers choose llamas and alpacas over more common animals like sheep or horses?
I think that as far as an easy livestock to handle, when you're getting into livestock as a first choice, they're pretty carefree. They're friendlier than sheep. I don't know many people's sheep that will come up and be like the family dog, which these will. And most of these we've hand raised, so they come up and want attention, and visitors come over, as you saw when you got here, and they get quite curious. They're a fun livestock. We're in it for the fun farm as opposed to just the strict farm.
If you had, say, 22 horses in here, this would be a sea of mud. So they're very good on the ground. They've got a soft pad underneath, 2 toes with a soft pad underneath, so they don't dig up the ground. So they're really good to have around as pets.
For both Troy and Lavinia, raising these gentle creatures has become an enriching and rewarding lifestyle.
I'm going to say they're quiet, they're intelligent, they're easy to train. It's just a lifestyle. They're great to be around.
It's amazing how much entertainment they can be. I mean, in the summer especially, I can come out and pull up a stump and just sit and watch, and you're usually not watching too long before you become part of the entertainment, because they'll come over to see what's going on. And they're just a gentle, lovely creature to be around, and if they can produce a little bit of wool and things to help pay their way, then that's great too.